Arash, different time today, a little quicker with you, but I understand Colson's telling me that you got a big idea for the NHL.
Yeah, I don't know, Barney, if it's a big idea, but like I'm so tired of the same old all the time. Like we should be getting an NHL schedule soon, right?
Yes.
And I'm hearing about Ryan Reeves taking Mitch Marner out for dinner, and this Marner thing here in Toronto just doesn't go away. So why not on opening night have Vegas come to Toronto as the first game of a doubleheader, and then have Florida go to Edmonton for the second game of the doubleheader instead of the usual Leafs, Habs, and Flames, Oilers. And I think to really kind of get things cooking here in Toronto, you have MLSE, hand out basically drying hair gel for everybody because Marner loves yelling at his teammates with dry hair, telling them to let's get going. like let's turn this into something and get Vegas here on opening night and get the whole building jacked. I think it'd be terrific.
I don't mind that.
It's brilliant. It is. It's really good.
I like it.
But Arash, Colson has a stat that I don't know if you heard earlier that might explain what's going on in Toronto. Colson, can you bring Arash up to speed on this?
So, June 30th, the Marner goes to Vegas, right? He leaves Toronto.
Yes.
Blue Jays start winning. Marner was holding everybody back. That's all.
Yes.
There we go.
It's all Mitch Marner's fault.
So my counter to that, though, Colson, is what about Nick Arbuckle?
I'll do some digging.
You do some digging. All right, I like it.
So, okay, let's go to the hottest team in the world that's now on a slide. The Toronto Blue Jays.
One game slide.
Man, it's crazy going into the All-Star break what this team's been able to do.
It's like going 10-1 right now on this stretch, including the Yankees along the way, is wild. And Barney, this is how quickly fortunes of a franchise can change, is that all of a sudden now we are, whatever it is, 3 weeks minus a day away from the trade deadline. The Blue Jays are in full buy mode. You have to believe that they are going to absolutely go for it leading into the trade deadline. And it's all a byproduct of what's happened over the last 2 weeks. This team has put themselves in a position where if you add another starting pitcher, another reliever, and maybe even one more bat, and it's going to cost you a lot, but who cares? Go for it. You have not had a chance this good since 2016. This is your chance.
It's interesting you say that because I think back to earlier in the year, we've stopped talking about Vlad anymore, right? Remember when the big controversy is he going to sign, right? We've stopped talking about that anymore. And now we're talking about a guy named Chris Bassett, who I don't know is a household name in his own house. So, where did he come from, and how is he suddenly the biggest deal in Toronto?
Well, it's Sharky. This is what's interesting. When you're losing, it's every man for himself, right? But when you start to win and you start to have some success, it's amazing the buy-in you can get. So Bassett's a vet. Bassett played on some terrible Oakland teams, actually a pretty good Oakland team one year. He went to the Mets. He's never won. So the other night, they're on the south side of Chicago, and he's dealing. And then the skies open up, and it's a delay, and then they called the game. So Bassett didn't use all of his bullets. So what ends up happening? After the game, Bassett says, well, we have one more series left before the All-Star break. I'm going to go to Schneider and tell him, hey, man, if you need me for an inning or two out of the bullpen, I'm available because the bullpen's pretty taxed right now. This is what ends up happening. Guys play for we, not me. A starter in July, not October, not even September in the pennant race is saying, hey, if you need me for a couple innings, I'll completely redo my routine. I'll completely lay it on the line just to get a win or two. That's unique. You don't hear that in July. You hear that in September. You hear that in October. You just don't hear that this time of year.
Yeah, if you're winning.
If you're winning.
Yeah.
Everybody loves winning, right?
Winning solves all your problems. Makes everything better.
John Madden had the best line. Winning is the best deodorant. I think he's bang on.
Let's get to CFL in a second here, but let's talk flag football, Canada's men's team. We talked that I think the next Twirl was September, Continental Championships in Panama. I'm still open to do play-by-play if that position's open. But something went down last weekend with some of the guys, too.
Yeah, you talk about we, not me. I thought this was awesome, guys, that a bunch of the players on the defensive side of the ball who all live in Quebec, they're on a group chat, etc., and they said, we can't go until September not playing. Why don't we enter this national championship in Montreal? And just some of them, with some of their buddies, went and entered it, and they ended up winning the whole thing. So what's happening now is once they got a taste of winning, they beat the U.S., they beat Japan, they're starting to see, wait a minute, there's an opportunity here in front of us. And yeah, everyone's talking about CFL guys and NFL guys, but if we continue to build chemistry and have some success, we might be able to make some decisions difficult for Lapo and company leading into LA 2028. I love seeing stuff like that, the players taking matters into their own hands to try and make the roster stay on the roster.
I got a question for you based on Lapo and that conversation. What was, and I haven't heard this, so this is why I'm asking this. What were his thoughts or his evaluation of the talent pool that he had when he did this? Was he more than surprised? Was he a little surprised? Was he exuberant? Where was he on the talent pool that he saw in front of him?
I'm actually not sure. I think for a lot of them, though, Sharky, it was the first real learning experience. That was the first time Paul Lapalisse coached flag football. That was the first time he realized exactly what the game was. Like, my biggest takeaway in chatting with him is he realized this is a sport that's about receivers, DBs, and that your pass rusher is probably going to have to be a defensive back with long arms because you only have a 10-man roster. So I think they're all kind of learning together in this mix. And now, like next week, the coaches are actually going to do some meetings and video based on what happened in California a few weeks back. Yeah. So it's very early in a long process where everyone's figuring the whole thing out.
What is After Panama? Great song by Van Halen, by the way, who should play Country Thunder. But what's after Panama?
I think that's it for 25, and then it moves on to the next round of qualifying in 26.
Exhibition series. Bring the Americans. Bring Mexico. What's another easy flight? UK. Exhibition series.
Brazil.
Let's get on it. And Regina hosts.
I like that.
Indoors.
Yeah, they could do it indoors. We don't have a big enough crowd base for that.
You can make it. You know how big the field is?
No.
Small. It's like 70 by 30 roughly. So you can put stands up on either side, inside. The only thing is soccer here is cuckoo banana. You'd never get a time. You'd have to play at 2 a.m.
But you know what actually would be good is like around Canada Day next year / 4th of July, if you have a 4-day event.
Oh.
You know, if you bring 2 U.S. teams up here, you have a Canadian team and, 1 or 2 others, that could be legit.
Let's get some marketing money together and we put it on.
It's not hard.
Okay, we got to be quick here. We have 2.5 minutes to talk CFL, and tomorrow night, Arash, I think it's a statement game either side.
Well, it's the biggest game the Riders are going to play before Labor Day, and you're going to find out a lot about who and what they are. A couple of thoughts on offense. I think that Mueller is going to continue doing what he's doing. A lot of RPOs, a lot of play action. Take what's in front of you. No need to force the issue, especially as Trevor's coming back. But to me, the bigger question is, Barney, what are they going to do on defense? Right? Stopping the run first and foremost on first down is going to be huge. But will there be zone pressures on second and long? Will this be a situation, especially if you get into a bunch of second and longs, you start dropping 9 in coverage? You try and force Vernon Adams to really have to force it into windows that may or may not be there. I wonder how many zone pressure looks we're going to see from Corey Mason, the Riders, especially in second and long situations.
Yeah, hey, that's what I am really curious to see. You know what? Sorry, backtrack. I'm curious on if VA, if they take away his big play, the big deep play, if he's got the patience to dink and dunk and get the running game going. It's not just him. I get it. It's offensive coordinator.
I think the Vernon Adams of 4 years ago may not have. I think the Vernon Adams of 2025 will. Like he's grown up, man. He's turned into such a mature, smart, professional quarterback.
I know what this game means here in Riderville and what people are talking about. Is Calgary got the same impression, or are they like, no big deal, it's just another Friday, nothing to worry about?
I don't know. I think this has got some juice to it. You know, like this is the game that carries a little bit of might. Like, you know, July games don't matter that much, Sharky.
They matter.
But when you think about what these matchups are in July and August, this one's got some spice.
Yep.
I agree. And
do we have a line? Where are we at? Do we have a line on this?
Well, what was it? Riders were 5-point favorites?
5 points. The total I saw at 52, I think.
I got my guy's going 53 now.
Ooh. It continues to climb.
I know. I wish I would have hit it at 51. That's me again, sitting on the fence. Big fence guy. Kate, next week we're going to talk about you coming into to town in September. So we'll tackle that next week. Have a good weekend. Good watch. If you get bored, come watch Def Leppard Sunday in the Valley on me.
I love it. See you, boys. Have a great time this weekend.
Arash.
Coast to Coast with Arash Madani for Brian Golly and Smart Investing Solutions.